Greetings in the love and the light. In this video, I wish to speak of intelligent infinity of our Creator. The source material is from The Law of One, Book 2, and it's a question-answer format. Questioner: would you define the word intelligent in the context of intelligent infinity? Ra: we shall address the entire spectrum of this question before defining as requested. Your language using vibrational sound complexes can be at best an approximation of that which is closer to an understanding, if you will, of the nature of conscious thought. Perceptions are not the same as sound vibrational complexes, and the attempt to define will therefore be a frustrating one for you, although we are happy to aid you within the limits of your sound vibration complexes. To define intelligent apart from infinity is difficult, for these two vibrational complexes equal one concept. It is much like attempting to divide your sound vibration concept, faith, into two parts. We shall attempt to aid you, however. Questioner: it is not necessary to divide it. The definition of intelligent infinity is sufficient. Could you please define? Ra: this is exponentially simpler and less confusing. There is unity. This unity is all that there is. This unity has a potential and kinetic. The potential is intelligent infinity. Tapping this potential will yield work. This work has been called by us intelligent energy. The nature of this work is dependent upon the particular distortion of free will, which in turn is the nature of a particular intelligent energy, of kinetic focus, of the potential of unity, or that which is all. Questioner: I would like to expand a little on the concept of work. In Newtonian physics, the concept of work is the product of force and distance. I am assuming that the work of which you speak is a much broader term, including possibly work in consciousness. Am I correct? Ra: as we use this term, it is universal in application. Intelligent infinity has a rhythm or flow, as of a great heart being, with the central sun as you would think or conceive of this. The presence of the flow, inevitable as a tide of beingness, without polarity, without finite, the vast and silent, all beating outward, outward, focusing outward and inward until the focuses are complete. The intelligence or consciousness of foci have reached a state where their, shall we say, spiritual nature or mass calls them inward, 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 until all is coalesced. This is the rhythm of reality as you spoke. Questioner: then I think I have extracted an important point from this, in that intelligent infinity we have work without polarity, or a potential difference does not have to exist. Is this correct? Ra: there is no difference, potential or kinetic, in unity. The basic rhythms of intelligent infinity are totally without distortion of any kind. The rhythms are clothed in mystery, for they are being itself. From this undistorted unity, however, appears a potential in relation to intelligent energy. In this way, you may observe the term to be somewhat two-sided. One use of the term, that being as the undistorted unity, being without any kinetic or potential side. The other application of this term, which we use undifferentiately, for lack of another term, in the sense of the vast potential tapped into by foci or focuses of energy, we call intelligent energy. Questioner: I understand that the first distortion of intelligent infinity is the distortion of what we call free will. Can you give me a definition of this distortion? Ra: in this distortion of the law of one, it is recognized that the Creator will know itself. Questioner: then am I correct in assuming that the Creator then grants for this knowing the concept of total freedom of choice in the way of knowing? Am I correct? Ra: this is quite correct. Questioner: this then being the first distortion of the law of one, which I am assuming is the law of intelligent infinity, all other distortions, which are the total experience of the creation, spring from this. Is this correct? Ra: this is both correct and incorrect. In your illusion, all experience springs from the law of free will, or the way of confusion. In another sense, which we are learning, the experiences are this distortion. Questioner: I will have to think about that and ask questions on it in the next session, so I will go on now to what you have given me as the second distortion, which is the distortion of love. Is this correct? Ra: this is correct. Questioner: I would like for you to define love in its sense as the second distortion. Ra: this must be defined against the background of intelligent infinity, or unity, or the one Creator, with the primal distortion of free will. The term love then may be seen as the focus, the choice of attack, the type of energy of an extremely, shall we say, high order, which causes intelligent energy to be formed from the potential of intelligent infinity in just such and such a way. This then may be seen to be an object rather than an activity by some of your peoples, and the principle of this extremely strong energy focus being worshipped as the Creator instead of unity or oneness from which all love emanate. Questioner: is there a manifestation of love that we could call vibration? Ra: again we reach semantic difficulties. The vibration or density of love or understanding is not a term used in the same sense as the second distortion, love. The distortion love being the great activator and primal co-creator of various creations using intelligent infinity. The vibration love being that density in which those who have learned to do an activity called loving without significant distortion then seek the ways of light or wisdom. Thus, in vibratory sense, love comes into light in the sense of the activity of unity in its free will. Love uses light and has the power to direct light in its distortions. Thus, vibratory complexes recapitulate and reverse the creation in its unity, thus showing the rhythm or flow of the great heartbeat, if you will use this analogy. Questioner: I will make a statement that I have extracted from the physics of Dewey Larson, which may or may not be close to what we are trying to explain. Larson says that all is motion, which we can take as vibration, and that vibration is pure vibration and is not physical in any way or in any form or density. And the first product of that vibration is what we call the photon, or particle of light. I am trying to make an analogy between this physical solution and the concept of love and light. Is this close to the concept of love creating light? Ra, you are correct. Questioner, then I will expand a bit more on this concept. We have the infinite vibration of love, which can occur, I am assuming, at various frequencies. I would assume that it begins at one basic frequency. Does this have any meaning? Ra. Each love, as you term the prime movers, comes from one frequency, if you wish to use this term. This frequency is unity. We would perhaps liken it rather to a strength than a frequency, this strength being infinite, the finite qualities being chosen by the particular nature of this primal movement. Questioner, then this vibration, which is, for lack of a better understanding, pure motion, it is pure love. It is nothing that is yet condensed, shall we say, to form any type of density of illusion. This love then creates, by the process of vibration, a photon, as we call it, which is the basic particle of light. This photon then, by added vibrations and rotation, further condenses into particles of the densities we experience. Is this correct? Ra. This is correct. Questioner, then this light which forms the densities has what we call color. This color is divided into 7 categories. Can you tell me if there is a reason or explanation for these categories of color? Ra. The nature of the vibratory patterns of your universe is dependent upon the configurations placed upon the original material or light by the focus or love using its intelligent energy to create a certain pattern of illusions or densities in order to satisfy its own intelligent estimate of a method of knowing itself. Thus the colors, as you call them, are as straight or narrow or necessary as is possible to express given the will of love. You are conscientious in your endeavors. We shall be with you. We leave you now in the love and in the light of the one infinite Creator. Rejoice, therefore, in the power and the peace of the one infinite Creator. Adonai.